Welcome to the Trap BOOTCAMP podcast. It is your girl, Oracle Jane Doe, fitness curator here at Trap BOOTCAMP. We are here with another episode. Okay, look at there. My phone is working. It's going along with me. We're here for another episode, a year in review episode. It's officially 2021, and I'm certainly open to what the year has to bring. I know you are as well. I'm also in relief that we made it into this new year. We all had some losses, some huge losses, some unexpected losses, but we want to take this time to focus on the wins for the year, okay? And a few of us took things in stride, and some of us didn't. Now, this is not going to be, a super political episode or anything like that, but we are going to dig into a few things that happened for the year. And this title today is going to be A Year in Review, Fabulous, Follies and Fallacies. Stay tuned. So, fabulous is a great word, right? It always makes you feel like, things are grand, more bigger than they are. And I don't want to completely damn 2020 to hell. That would be an unbalanced review. But looking back on the societal wins and the personal wins, I'd like to acknowledge and petition to keep what I'd like to call the awakening. Maybe it's not. I guess I always try to make it seem like I'm so smart, but the awakening, December 21st marked a cosmic event that sparked a huge wave of memes, and it gave us the notion that we were going to receive our superpowers, okay? It was actually a Twitter rant that went viral, and it had some truth to it, but I could swear that I woke up that morning with a special something, I don't know about you, but my superpowers consisted of leaping over bullshit in a single bound, evading assholes with the power of shutting the fuck up, the indestructible powers of not giving a fuck, the powerful will to stay to my motherfucking self. Now, let me tell you the truth, though. I only have to use my powers on my family, but let me tell you, the force is strong. I really consider this podcast a win because last year, prior to the COVID pandemic, I struggled to throw together a few episodes, and I'm quite proud of what we have, but we're going to review some of the best moments, and we're going to pay homage to some of the events that happened throughout the year that just kind of went on my list, So that's how it goes. To support the Trap BOOTCAMP podcast, please rate, review, and subscribe. Leave a message on our Anchor page. We'd love to hear from you. Episode 1, Need to Know About CBD. That was my first episode. I was nervous, and it was the biggest win of them all because I stepped out and I actually did an episode to my first podcast. I personally struggled with being consistent in the past, and this was the first time that I ever did something so consistent and I didn't get paid for it. Usually it's all about the dollars and cents and making sense to me, but I needed to take steps to be a little bit more consistent to grow the following for Trap BOOTCAMP. So at first, the podcast didn't seem like it was a big task, but at the end, my gosh, it really was. This episode aired in February 2020, and it's also the month that a lot of interesting follies occurred, okay? So historically, this would mark the month that President Trump was acquitted, and I'll tell you why I said that later, and the first American dies of the coronavirus. And on February 18th, the Boy Scouts of America filed for bankruptcy. Now, I really tried to stay away from politics on this podcast, so I'm not going to address the acquittal of President Trump, but I will say this. All right. He's significant to this fallacy in the fact that he completely downplayed the coronavirus. In the month that all of us single people proudly celebrate Single Awareness Day and all of the foo-foo couples by Air Force Ones and rose-shaped bears and shit, who would have thought that our lives would change from one trip to Wuhan, China? What is even in Wuhan, China? I mean, I looked it up and it's beautiful, but damn. I also mentioned the Boy Scouts of America filed for bankruptcy. We are all familiar with the terms Boy Scouts honor, right? So I guess that's some bullshit now, right? Because I can see all the people that fell for the Boy Scouts honor line in the past, like, motherfucker, I knew that was some bullshit. I know some serious shit went down, so I don't want to glaze over it lightly, but shit, you know us black people, we find humor in every damn thing. So, you know, we have to. That's just how it goes. And I don't plan to go through each and every month, but I do find it hard not to acknowledge two events in 2020 amongst others that shook the world. And you know what they are. On March 13th, police killed 26-year-old Breonna Taylor. All right? And not long after Taylor's story gained national attention, the world watched footage from May 25th of George Floyd screaming, "I can't breathe." Black Lives Matter, and a moment of silence for that. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Or did you guys see Kanye on the ballot as vice president? This is the year in review episode, so you know we have to dissect a few things. So we look at the year as an onion with many, many layers. Or maybe we should look at it like that fried onion you get at Friday's restaurant. You know, the weird looking one with the crunchy outside, but it's delicious once you pull it apart. I don't know, shit. I'm just trying to find the brighter side of things. Let me start out by saying I love me some college dropout Kanye. I don't own a pair of Yeezys, but I do want some. And this man will probably go down as one of the most talked about rappers of all time. He has single-handedly taken on the media with multiple fuckeries. All right, this man still made it from Jesus Walks to almost making us believe he ran for president. Okay, he said he was gonna run with Michelle Tidball. I think that was her name, Michelle Tidball, a Christian preacher, from Wyoming. That's fabulous, okay? But at the last minute, there appeared to be another guy by the name of Rocky de la Fuente Guerrera, whom I personally have never heard of. I've never heard of him. Complete fuckery, Kanye. And this goes on our list of fallacies. Now, July also brought us a very widely viewed episode from Trap BOOTCAMP. It was downloaded as well. Thank y'all. Am I a recovering homophobe? That's episode 20 of season 1. I interviewed my good friend Maisha Garnett, aka Devious Uno of the System Crew, the founder of MC's Give Back. We spoke about a number of things, including my past perceptions of homosexual women. I actually cringe when I listen to myself in this episode because, oh my God, I'm gonna have to classify this as a folly due to the way that I have ineffectively articulated myself. Look at me using big words. It's never too late to redeem yourself. So I am a scholar and I'm getting older, and sometimes I get my words mixed up and I don't say everything correct. So I wanted to just go over this again. So this is what I said. So I don't know if I want to go that, but I had never hung around a group of gay women ever. And my mindset was like, if I get around, it's going to rub off like some old weird shit. You know what I mean? And when I met you guys, I never... Now, I want to clarify the statement that I made, okay? To me... If you're a listener, you'll hear me speak of my two sisterhoods, Circle of Soldiers, and that's from my college. That's episode 13, Education or Quarantine. You can look at that. And The System, episode 9. Check that out. The System was not a group of gay girls, okay? Let me get that straight right now. It was a crew of women, okay? We had only a few openly gay women in the crew, and I had not been around a number of openly gay women at the time. So, and at that age, all right? So I want to acknowledge, to my personal foolishness, I'm always open for improvement, okay? And I want to make space for open conversation in that, because that also causes change. And I don't like the way that I sounded when I said what I said. It just sounded like, I was throwing in the conversation. But truthfully, it was me just being open to conversation. And, I can no longer wear a cloak of ignorance, I put my superhero Zen shit on all the time, but if there's no self-analysis, there's no change. This segment is Fit Tips, Fit Tips. Where'd you get those fit tips? This podcast originally began with the intentions of being a fitness podcast, and I wanted to build my brand by inspiring my trap mates with weekly information and fitness tips that would, help them throughout their fitness journey. And it kind of developed to what it is now organically. And I'm constantly evolving with it, trial and error. We're trying new things all the time, and help is always, so appreciated. But consistency helped me develop it into what it is today, which still ain't much, but it's the little engine that could, and I think I can. Shit, I know I can. I'm gonna keep going with this thing. Here are your fit tips of the week. So I know a lot of people are getting hip to the fact that processed foods and meats are not what you need to live a long, abundant life, right? I know that for a fact because I know fast food put a hurting on your body. And if you're anything like me, you're now experimenting with vegan and vegetarian lifestyle. So here are a few sources of protein for beginners. So we have black beans. They have 7 grams of protein in a half a cup. Lentils. Now, half a cup is about 9 grams of protein. Peanut butter, 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons is 8 grams of protein. That's pretty good, but you gotta watch it. Chickpeas, 7 grams of protein in a half a cup. And quinoa has 8 grams of protein in 1 cup. And that adds up to about 222 calories. So you can do a good breakfast dish with quinoa and get a good amount of protein in that. So always consult with the doctor or a nutritionist to see what source of protein is right for you. Try substituting some of your veggies for your favorite dishes just to add variety to your diet and live an abundant life. These are your fitness tips of the week. Today's high thought is: how is it that a building burns up as it burns down? I don't know. Just my hot thoughts. To support the Trap Bootcamp podcast, please rate, review, and subscribe. Leave a message on our Anchor page. We'd love to hear from you. Follow us on all social media platforms and share if you got the time. Episode 25 is the now famous episode due to the viewership, because I was mostly proud of the promotional video. So here, check it out for a second. Are you ready for the season finale of the Trap Bootcamp podcast? Get ready to learn a little bit more about dominatrix and empowerment. We speak to Sam Silk. Honestly, I had been thinking of revamping my show, and this was when I realized that this show could be something. I didn't know why I waited so long to honestly feel that I could do it, but I do recall the majority of pages that I researched when I initially decided to do this podcast. They told me to trust the process. And as a trainer, I should already know this. You know that. But it is something that I had to learn as a podcaster. I said it. I'm a podcaster. I am a podcaster. I'm a podcaster. I am. I really found my niche again, or my niche, as they say. I'm really enjoying I enjoy doing this podcast. It's really cool, and I hope you guys enjoy listening. Do you know what time it is? It's time for the crunch. The crunch battle. The crunch battle evolved into my favorite segment because I wanted to eat munchies on the show. I had to find a reason to be snacking and crunching into the mic. I was literally eating and smacking on the very first episode, loud, munching on Scandinavian swimmers, and then I realized, oh yeah, I'm recording. But you know what? You stuck in there and you kept listening, and I kept crunching. Here are some of the best crunch battles of the season. I don't hear you. Okay, we're gonna do it together, okay? 1, 2, 3, go for it. Sponsor, but okay. This is going up against you. So your first one, we do together. We crunch together. Oh, you got to back up. You ain't trying to show me your back up. Oh. Okay. You know what time it is, girl. It's time. It's time for the crunch.
Okay, I have my snacks. And you know what? I purposely grabbed these because last time.
Oh, let's see. I should make y'all go. Our sponsor of the week is Canacalm LA. Professional massage therapists that provide a wonderful service that includes CBD tinctures and muscle rubs. Their service is excellent, leaving you regenerated and relaxed to trap another day. They have some new rubs and tinctures available on their website. We will be reviewing in an episode coming up really soon. Follow them on all social media platforms. Canacalm LA on Instagram. Or quote of the day. A female green turtle is born and skitters into the sea, but years later it returns to the same shoreline to lay its own eggs. I bet you was waiting for some insightful ass poem of the week, right? Nope. It's as simple as that. We must all return from whence we came. We are all out here skittering about, trying to find our way. I will equate that return to life in the manner of skill and gifts. If you recall the things you've learned, the skill you've obtained from a college or your trade, some of that shit you swore you wouldn't use. And look at you. Look at me, out here creating your dreams. Pulling from outside resources, researching, doing better, taking your time. You are on your way back to lay your eggs. Your creations are being birthed on that very soil that your mama came from. You didn't think you could do it, but look at you now. Little green turtle lady, you. It's a new year. It's your year. And I can't quite say that that experience will be grand yet. But with Trap BOOTCAMP, we are here to assist you. And the Trap BOOTCAMP podcast is here to assist you on your journey. You have 1 million podcasts that you could listen to, but I'm glad you chose to listen to this one. So as always, follow me, or don't follow me.
I can feel you deeper than the roots in my afro. I can feel you deeper than the roots in my afro. It goes deeper than the roots in my afro. And I can feel you deeper than the roots in my afro. The seed was planted and it was granted that it would not succeed. real destiny of its mother earth? Was it revolution, evolution, pollution, or the Constitution? Reparations, preparation, or syndication? Or was it love, peace, and society? No matter what it was the seed. You know, seed. This undestructible seed. I can figure deeper than the roots in my afro. I can figure deeper than the roots in my afro. It goes deeper than the roots in my afro. And I can figure deeper than the roots in my afro. Now I'm the seed that'll bloom, consume the room with a fine tune, tone and melodic moan. Embrace your beautiful black face and whisper in your ear, be safe. The message lies in between the line, I come to plant my seed in your mind and your spine. Now, blast off with imagination, a new sensation. My mission is to keep your mind racing. I got the solution, but tell me what am I gonna do? I point the finger and point it at myself too. Put it into it. Lord, we need to cease and settle. Lord, I'm just a vessel, here to bring the light to dark. Smoking herb lake in Lamert Park. I reflex with the system, and it's getting wicked and the ending is near. But I don't fear, I just keep a smile on my face, dear. I intertwine with the rock, rap, pop, the jazz in the middle, bring it to the back, and that's why figure deeper than the roots in my afro. I can figure deeper than the roots in my afro. Yeah. Deeper than the roots in my afro. It gets a little deeper than the roots in my afro. My afro is an extension to the universe. It lets you know that I'm confident with myself. So don't project my retrospect. Just enjoy the presence of the queen with a revolutionary profile and a powerful silhouette. May take you to places you haven't been yet. Never been before. Yes, the best type of woman lies inside us all, but don't be afraid to let the 50 million black fit stand tall, fall proud on your crown. Illuminate the fact that you're down, a rebel with a outward pause. Black and proud, bout it, so shout it. I can figure deeper than the roots in my afro. It's deeper than the roots in my afro. It goes deeper than the roots in my afro. And I can figure deeper than the roots in my afro.